Hi everyone, it's Marla. Welcome back once again. Today we're going to do a complete tarot reading. I haven't done one in a while. So I pulled some cards this morning just to see what was going on, and I was kind of blown away by the cards. So I definitely wanted to share what was coming through with you all, especially today. Happy winter solstice. I'm wishing all of you a blessed Yule and happy 12/21. Before I get started, I just want to make a comment here about when you're watching videos, whether they're my videos or anybody's videos, just take what resonates with you. Sometimes when I go back and listen to videos, especially when I listen to ones that I'm channeling, like the video I did yesterday on the energetic unions. When I go back and listen to it, I'm kind of surprised because my higher self starts coming through very strong and very passionately at times. So just keep in mind, like if the message isn't resonating with you, what I mean, like, if there's certain parts of the message that don't pertain to you, then just know that that message is for someone else. You don't need to get triggered by it, but sometimes even if there's one person listening that maybe needs a little push or a little reminder about something, then that message is going to come through for that person. I know that the vast majority of you do not have a problem with that. And I know that the vast majority of you guys that listen to me are really doing an amazing job and really on track. And I'm really proud of where everybody is at. So with that, let's get into the cards. So these cards are for our union energy. The card in the middle, the Six of Cups, represents the overall energy of twin flame unions. And, I'm going to talk about that card with the card that's underneath it because the heart-to-heart conversations is what came through from the romance angels for the overall union. And look at the cards. I mean, they're almost like mirror images of each other. We basically have couples kind of embracing, kind of interesting. The one on the top, the woman's kind of pulling away, and the one on the bottom, the man is he doesn't seem to be as engaged in the conversation as she does. So that's kind of interesting. Sorry about that. But, it's the same message from both cards. And let's just drop off the conversation part and let's just say heart to heart. The energy that we need to bring or that's coming in from our higher selves, from twin flame union, is get into your heart. We have to remember the love right now. That's the name. What I usually call the Six of Cups is memories of love because that's what it's called in the Psychic Tarot, and I use that deck a lot. But I do love that name for it, memories of love. And our guides are saying right now, simplicity. It's just about feeling the love. The love between twin flames cannot be broken. It cannot be dissolved. You all know that. No matter how angry you get, how frustrated you get with this journey, no matter how many times you cut cords, no matter what you try to do, you can try and get into a relationship with someone else. You can move away. You can hide. You can block. You can ignore. It doesn't matter. The love comes back. Not only does the love come back, the love grows stronger. The more you push it away, the stronger it becomes. everything that we're doing. This twin flame journey, the ascension journey, our missions. If you break it down to the core, it's just about love. That's what we're here for, to embody love. And what our higher selves are saying to us through this card is drop everything else right now and just focus on this love, because this love is what is carrying us through everything. And we don't have to worry about the details. We don't have to worry about the separation. We don't have to worry about how things are going to come together. All we have to do is find this love and faith in our hearts. Feel your twin in your heart. It happens to be 222 here as I say that. Feel your twin in your heart. Like I said yesterday, there's that little piece of your twin is in you. Well, right about now, it's no longer a little piece. Right about now, it's about half of you is your twin. So whatever happens, like whatever is going on with you emotionally, if you're triggered, if you're dealing with some lower vibrational energy, come back to the love. I also feel that these cards are representing that there's a lot of healing going on between twins, despite any kind of 3D appearance. On a soul level, the healing and the love is coming through very strongly. I'm also getting that many of us we're coming back to our old selves. We're coming back to our truth. We're coming back to our ancientness, our wisdom, our truth, simplicity, just being who and what we are. Wise old souls that are here to bring love. We're also getting back to our purity. 6 of Cups represents purity and innocence. On this card, we have Tristan and Isolde. They're both dressed in white to represent purity and innocence. And how are we doing that? We're getting to that purity by cleansing, by purifying ourselves through initiation. All the struggles is that initiation process. There's a lot of karma being released directly from our DNA right now. A lot of shifting of our DNA. And by the way, yesterday in my video, I mentioned that twin flames had the same DNA. What I meant to say was twin flames have the same soul DNA. So your actual physical DNA will not be the same. Your DNA, though, in your physical body, remember, is connected to your ancestral line, and you're clearing your ancestral line by going through this purification process. This purification process of releasing karma from our DNA. So some of you may be dealing with sickness or just not feeling good or feeling very tired because of all the releasing that we're doing. So I know it's Christmas and all the other holidays, Yule, Hanukkah, so just try to rest as much as possible. If you try to push yourself and overdo it physically, you probably will make yourself sick. But some people purge emotionally, some people purge physically. So it just depends, and sometimes even that varies within people. So what is positive about twin flame unions right now? The Temptation card. Well, this is interesting because this is the Devil card. We're breaking free of so many patterns right now. We can't even see it. Releasing a lot of what has kept us chained, what has been that monkey on our back, whatever that is for you. The Devil card also represents the material world. So I'm getting that this is representing a lot of the energies grounding, timeline shifting, and connecting with this reality. I'm also getting that there's a lot of passion in the energy. That love energy is bringing a lot of passion, attraction. But this is really good because it is confirmation of the big release that we're going through. And the full moon is in Cancer tomorrow. It's December 22nd is the full moon. And full moons, of course, bring release. And in the sign of Cancer, what we're releasing is our patterns and triggers, the emotional reactions that we've been ingrained with. So to get this card in a positive placement regarding the full moon and Cancer energy is really a great confirmation for us. But this is going to be going on all winter, guys. The clearing and releasing will be going on into spring. But, our guides are wanting us to look at that as something positive, because it is positive for our unions. Because we need to get rid of this stuff in order for the energy to clear enough that twins can come together in a more balanced way. The Romance Angels card for what's positive is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So they're just saying to us, we got to keep going no matter what. Keep making the effort. Don't give up. What challenges twin flame unions? The Oppression card. This is the Tower card. And look at the card underneath it, separation. This card in this deck, the Oppression card, represents separation as well. And so it's a confirmation for us. Most of you guys listening are in some form of separation from your twin. It's challenging for both the masculine and feminine. This is joint energy. So a lot of times we don't see it from generally the masculine twin. We don't see that the separation is affecting them. But the guidance here is that it is. The Tower as well, or the Oppression card here, is representing the towers that we put around ourselves to protect ourselves, the walls, how we protect ourselves so we don't have to feel vulnerable. Because the Six of Cups is wanting us to be in our hearts, wanting us to be vulnerable, but it's hard for us because basically due to many separations, not just with our twin, but think about all the relationships you've been in. And all of them have ended, except probably for the one that you're in, if you are in one. So you have had the feeling of separation from other people. All of that's, left you in this self-protective energy. And we got to tear that down. And that's what we're doing. That's what the Devil card is representing. We got to tear down those walls. We got to get rid of the patterns, the fears, the codependency, so that there's nothing left but this pure heart of love. And of course, the separation is teaching us something. It's teaching us to look beyond separation. And for some of you, you may actually be experiencing challenges especially the divine masculine energy within us all, may be tested, may be having struggles due to the pressure that's being put on them right now from the universe. But the Tower card is also about us letting go. That's so big in the energy right now, to just let go and go with the flow. And also with the separation card, like what came through yesterday, what I'm getting is that many twins need to be in separation because it's creating the change that's needed. It's the feeling the separation, feeling the longing is shifting us. It's getting us clear on separation, as I've talked about before. In order to really move beyond separation, we have to actually experience separation, and then experience that separation only comes from our ego and it's not real. So that's why we were experiencing it. And I'm getting separation from the self. We've separated a lot from ourselves by the walls that we put up. So it's part of getting back to that love energy, because we know the separation doesn't squelch the love. What we need to surrender for our unions is surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So, that's the energy of both the temptation card and the oppression card. Has to do with, ego and control. Trying to control, trying to force things. And the universe is really pressuring us right now to let go, because we're in the process of manifesting. Next year is a number 3 year. 3 is the sign of creativity and manifestation. So heading into next year, this is when all the timelines are going to start really anchoring and bringing the stuff that we've been trying to manifest in. And we've got to let go of the control of that. You've put enough intention out there of what you want. Now is the time to just do your best to surrender to it. And the stuff that we're clearing is helping us do that. So, what the masculine and feminine are healing right now. What the feminine energy, this is what the masculine and feminine are focusing on right now. The feminine is focusing on 7 of Cups. And we've got the codependency card from the romance angels for the divine feminine. The message that I'm getting, divine feminine, is it's about manifestation. It's about getting clarity. Be clear in what you want. Be clear in what you're trying to manifest. And don't let your fears run away with you. This card, it's like there's so much going around in your head right now. There's a lot of shifting in the energy, and we're getting affected by that a lot in the terms of getting triggered, or sometimes getting pulled back briefly into the old energy so that we can release it. So there can be a lot of ups and downs, especially emotionally. And of course, coming into a full moon in Cancer, chances are things are going to be a little bit emotional. Try and stay focused, not get carried away with beliefs. Okay, this full moon is likely to trigger some of your old patterns, has a test. So don't let it take hold of you. Also have the codependency card here. So for the divine feminine, seek within yourself anywhere where you might still be feeling codependent patterns. Codependency, it can be an over-attachment to your twin, but codependency can also just be related to your fears, insecurities. It definitely goes along with the devil card. So we're releasing them, and so things are coming up for you to be released. But don't start getting attached to that energy. The energy is helping the divine feminine become so much stronger right now, and helping you break through that codependency template. For the divine masculine, they have the fertility card, and from the romance angels, playfulness. So with the divine masculine, you are focusing on your creativity, you're focusing on your heart, and getting into that vibration of love. You're focusing on your feminine energy. You're doing a lot of work on becoming creators. You've been changing your perceptions a lot, breaking through in the area of feeling powerless. And you're beginning to understand you're not powerless, that that's a false belief. Right now, we have Jupiter and Mercury conjunct each other on the fixed star Antares. Mercury's just come out of this retrograde. Jupiter's in its home sign. That's really an amazing conjunction to be having right now. That's kind of wrapping up the last 6 months since we had the Sagittarius full moon back in May, and all the expansion that we've been going through. And after this retrograde, Mercury hitting Jupiter is an integration point for all the perceptions that we've changed over the last 6 months, all the false beliefs we've let go of, all the things that we've come to see in a different perspective. And that they're on the fixed star Antares is giving us this warrior power to assist us in changing these patterns. And I really feel that strongly for you divine masculines. You've shifted a lot of your ideas. And you're seeing yourself as that creator. You're getting more into your divine feminine energy, which is helping you with that creativity as well. And then we have the playfulness card with this. And playfulness is coming through strongly for you guys. It's time to have fun. They're saying that the masculine has not been playful enough for a long time. And the way to this creativity is through joy and play. You masculine have been carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders. And they're saying, like, take the weight off now and let yourself have fun. That's going to help you shift more. So, what the Divine Feminine is healing right now, we have the Six of Wands. Divine Feminine, you have healed so much, and you're like the victor returning home. You're coming into your own. You're becoming much more balanced. Your Divine Masculine energy is becoming more empowered within you. And you're taking charge of things more. And you're letting yourself be authentic more and more. You've also got the Passion card here. So just like the masculine needing to be more playful, Divine Feminine, you're needing to find your passion again. Well, I think a lot of you have found your passion again. Or we could at least say that it's building. That, the playfulness, the joy, allowing yourself to experience pleasure, allowing yourself to receive, allowing happiness back into your life. This is what the guides are wanting for you. Allow yourself to be happy. Even though you may not have everything that you want right now. If you find that trust within, know that it's coming, and then just be in a state of joy. It's like those presents at Christmas. What I'm getting is, think of it as there's presents under the tree and they're wrapped right now. You may not know what's in them. You may not know when you're actually going to get to unwrap those presents, but know those presents are there. And there's something great. And at some point, the universe is going to hand you that present and you're going to be surprised. So just look forward. To your future and let yourself be joyful in how things are coming together for you. We also have the card Discernment. This card is coming up a lot for both the masculine and feminine. So there's a message here I feel for both, in that the universe is wanting us right now to concentrate on discerning our energy from other people's energies. As empaths, we pick up so much stuff from other people. And we carry stuff that doesn't belong to us. We've carried stuff for other people because we've needed to help heal that. But now things are shifting and we don't need to do that anymore. So we're using our discernment to know what is truly ours to carry. And if it's not ours, we've got to set it down. There's a little bit of discernment that needs to be looked at too from like what is your energy and what is your twin's energy. Just be aware. Be aware of your energy. If you don't spend a lot of time like looking at your energy, kind of what is the word I'm looking for? Taking stock of your energy, getting some quiet time to meditate on your energy, making sure you're grounded and in your body. Those things can all help you with discernment. Also, discerning truth from non-truth, discerning honesty from deception. I don't say that, to mean necessarily with your twin, just in your life. It's important for you to use discernment now in many different ways. And you've also got the card New Beginning, which is a great confirmation, Divine Feminine, that there is this really very clear shift happening. It's almost like I keep seeing like Velcro. It's like ripping away the old stuff, like a piece of Velcro, just getting rid of it. And they're also saying, for your healing, surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you'll be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. It's about trust, really. Prayers, intentions are the same things to me. Do you trust that your prayers and intentions are heard and that they're being delivered to you? When you honestly know that in your heart, that joy, that passion is going to come forth because you'll realize that there's really nothing to worry about here. What the Divine Masculine is healing. You guys had 2 cards come up for you. The Wheel of Fortune and the Awakening card. So, wow. What you're healing. Let's take Awakening first, because pretty clear by the title of the card. You're continuing your awakening process. This is also known as the Sun card. So truth, playfulness, joy, passion. It goes back to the perceptions, changing your perceptions. You're seeing truth now more and more masculine. And it's that truth that's awakening your heart. And the more that your heart awakens, the more you come back to your Divine Feminine. And the Wheel of Fortune card, well, there's a message there about letting go. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, we have to surrender to the universe, to recognize that the universe is in control and we just have to go with the flow of things. Both of these are number 1 cards as well. New Beginnings, Divine Masculine. But also look at that Fortune card. Zeus is in spirit. This card to me represents the etheric connection, the telepathic connection between twins. And you're getting that message clearer and clearer, and you're seeing the truth of it. And that's what's bringing you back to that 6 of Cups, that love energy. because you are recognizing that the separation doesn't change that. And for those of you that have chosen the path of separation, you're getting the message that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. The romance angels have the message unrequited love and getting to know each other. Well, you're needing to let your walls down. You haven't really let the divine feminine get to know you. You've been so self-protective. You haven't really wanted to feel like the eyes of your divine feminine on you. You haven't felt secure enough for that. But your energy is getting much stronger, and you're getting ready to be able to take that leap of faith and allow that, and allow who you truly are to be revealed. Allow your true self to come out and actually communicate in a more open way. The unrequited love card, what I'm getting here is you've not allowed yourself to love your divine feminine. You've acted like your love was unrequited. You've acted like you weren't really interested in the connection, or you've acted like you weren't really that invested in the connection. Some of you have, caused the separation. And, we understand that the separation is coming most of the time from the higher self anyways. But you're beginning to feel the connection so much, and you're beginning to feel the love so much, that you're actually feeling quite bad now that you act like you don't care. Or for some of you, there's also extenuating circumstances that make you feel like you're unable to requite that love. That you feel like you can't tell the truth to your twin for whatever reason of what your true feelings are. But this act of pretending like you don't care, you're not going to be able to do it for much longer, because your hearts are awakening. And again, look at the images on this card. It's very much like the Six of Cups, where we have kind of mirror images. You want to come back. That's what the images are saying. You want to come back to your divine feminine. And so you just are healing your fears of letting yourself be vulnerable, to be who you really are. And for many masculine, you haven't really allowed that in your life, because to show who you truly are and to be truthful about your feelings would show vulnerability. And many of you are uncomfortable showing vulnerability. But that's changing. Also pulled a card for you, burden. So something you have to heal is feeling like you've got to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You're not responsible for everybody. And that burden is getting too heavy now. You've got to put it down. The universe is going to force you to put it down. You're carrying way more than your fair share, many of you. Also have the card creativity once again. So you are really helping the creative process. The energy of creation that's coming through for twins, which is the balance of the masculine and feminine, you're really helping with that, and you're really helping the manifestation of the stuff that's coming into the future. Maybe that isn't always being seen by the divine feminine, but your intentions, your desires are helping create the future timelines for union. And you're continuing to work on how you can open yourself up more to this creative energy. Which leads us to the surrender card. Divine masculine, you need to surrender to play. Again, we get this message. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. There's been a lot of inner reflection for the divine masculine. You've been very focused on that, and maybe, what I get is that you've been in a lot of dark night of the soul type energy, and when we're in that energy, our guides want us to take time to play, to counter that. Because that can be very heavy energy, and it takes a toll. It's very draining. So the way to help that is to go out and have fun and to play. And play, of course, is going to help you express yourself, which is going to help you in the creativity department. I'm also getting divine masculine. Like they're saying, become the rebel. Or that you are becoming the rebel. You're becoming the rebel in your life. Where you used to play by the rules or do what you were told or felt like you had to be a certain way, you're wanting to reject that now. You're not wanting to do that anymore because more and more you're wanting to just be your true self. And so you're being a little bit rebellious against the templates and the programs that have been put on you. And you don't want to do that anymore. Going back to the feminine for a minute. This card, the Six of Wands, it's about breaking through the codependency too. Because remember, we had that card for what you're focusing on. Okay, so they're telling you that you are breaking through that codependency. And by doing this, you are healing that separation wound. You're healing a lot of the neediness. If we look at the energy of the divine masculine and feminine, how it's played out in the patriarchal system, right? The man is not emotional and the man runs away. Again, this is non-gender, but I'm going to use man and woman. And the woman is needy for him. The woman clings to him. And it's a reflection of each other. The men are seen as non-emotional. Women are seen as overly emotional. And that's kind of the pattern that's played out. Divine feminine has you break through your codependency. And, you've been in separation, many of you, for years. You've made yourself so strong. You've survived it. You've survived all the pain and suffering of many years of separation and healing your heart. And you're really ready to just smash that and be done with it. And it's going to allow you to just find passion no matter what's going on in your life, and not needing a relationship and not needing another person to complete you anymore. And going forward, the relationships that you're in are going to be relationships that you choose to be in because they are a benefit to you, not because you need something from the other person. not because you need someone to help you with money, not because you need someone to do, masculine chores around the house. It's going to be because you love someone and you're ready to, gift them with the beauty and the love that you are. And you really are a gift to someone, especially now after all the work and healing that you've done. And you want to be honored and respected for that. And you should be. You deserve that. Okay, I want to talk a minute about twins and karmic relationships. So if you're a divine feminine in a karmic relationship, these are the cards that came up for you. So you're feeling a bit stuck in your situation. You're feeling like you can't change it. Some of you may want to, but don't know how. And if that's the case, if you're waiting for something, like if you've been kind of making plans to leave or to change, and this is really for people that aren't happy in their karmic relationships. Although, I'm not going to say that. For some of you that are in karmic relationships, if this is applying to you, you're feeling like you want to get out, but you don't know how. And it's very likely that you're waiting for some kind of energy shift to happen in order to help you see the path that you need to take. But there is a part of it that's your own perception as well. There's still something there that makes you feel like you can't leave, and that's never the case, that we can't do something. You also have the Judgment card. So Judgment to me is reflecting a decision. Remember, we had the Seven of Cups and we talked about getting clear on what you want. So there's a decision that you have to make about what you want and where you're going. For some of you, if you're waiting on your divine masculine to come back, that's something that you need to look at, because that would fall under codependency. If you're staying in a situation that you don't want because you're waiting for someone else to perhaps save you, or you want to make sure that you have that next relationship lined up before you leave, then that's something that you're gonna want to look at, because that's the type of thing that we need to break free of with that Devil card. But you're getting called too. The Judgment card says that you're getting called to make changes in your life. You feel it. Then we also have the Triumph card here. So there's a cycle that's completing. Get prepared, I think. Get prepared, because it feels like something is completing here for you, and there's going to be something that opens up, and you're going to need to make a change quickly. The cards on the bottom, you've got the Truth card here. So I'm getting kind of a mixed message here. One in the sense of, and maybe there's two different messages for two different types of situation that are going on. For some, you're waiting for something to shift to help you out, and that is coming because they're saying trust and stay optimistic and that there's a new day coming. So there's a shift that's going to happen for you. But for another segment, it does feel like you're still trapped in the old programming somewhere that makes you feel stuck or makes you waiting for the divine masculine And if that's the case, like if you're waiting for your twin, the cards here are saying not to wait. They're telling you to trust. They're telling you to have faith and to see the new day coming. There might be a message for a couple of you too that maybe you need to see some truth, and going to be a little harsh perhaps here with some of you. And just say that for some of you, perhaps you're projecting a lot of stuff onto your twin and saying your twin's not ready, your twin's not changing, your twin's not getting out of his relationship, your twin's not available, my twin, my twin, my twin, and you're not seeing that there's something about you. And if you're still in a relationship, then are you fully available to be in a relationship with your twin? You can't be in a relationship with two people. So sometimes choices have to be made. And that Seven of Cups is saying there comes a time to have a choice. But, it's time for perceptions and projections to be seen as truth, or truth of relationships. There's a lot of projection going on in the relationship, kind of viewing it as better than it is. That might come out, because if we go back to the Union cards and we got the Devil and we got the Tower, we got to break free of our old limitations. So there's several different messages there. Because for the divine feminine that are still in karmic relationships, it doesn't feel like things are so cut and dry with what's going on with you. But definitely there's things being seen in new ways. Either you're seeing your projections, or you're going to start to see ways being made available for those of you that maybe haven't been fully happy, but you haven't quite figured out, maybe you needed to save money, or maybe you needed to find a way to earn more money, or you're finding the right place, the right timing. For those of you in that situation, just trust that all that stuff is lining up for you. So this is for the divine masculine that are in karmic relationships. Again, we have some very interesting cards. So we have the Strength card and the Seven of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Well, what's going on in the relationship is Strength and Seven of Wands. So divine masculine, you're obviously being challenged by the relationship. Like, you feel like you're fighting a dragon. That might be a little bit too strong of a word to call your partner, your karmic partner, a dragon, but there's definitely energy where you feel challenged by this relationship, where you feel like you're having to stand your ground, where you're having to protect yourself in this relationship somehow. But we're also being shown here that this relationship is actually helping you grow, and it's helping you find your strength. And that's what challenges do. Challenges are always there to help us find our own inner strength. What I see a lot when I'm doing readings with clients is for both the divine feminine and divine masculine that are in karmic partnerships, in most cases, it's because there's still some kind of karma that's not been completed. Okay, and for you, divine masculine, I feel like what you're trying to complete is finding that inner strength. You need to find the inner strength to stand up, make the changes in this relationship. And for some of you, you're not happy in that relationship and you want to leave, but for whatever reason, you're feeling like you don't have the strength. A lot of times we get finances and career in this area. We didn't get that card today. And so that tells me that the divine masculine, you're starting to get help with your finances and you're starting to make shifts there. You're starting to bring more abundance in. Very clearly from the cards, you're much better at manifesting and you're understanding, creating your reality a lot more. And we have the Two of Pentacles here. This is why you're not leaving the karmic relationship right now. So there's still areas where you're trying to find balance in your life. But there's a lot of struggle here in these cards. And you know what? We've got the Devil, we've got the Tower cards. It's in the struggle that we actually clear and heal. We never clear and heal things by, getting an easy way out. The Two of Pentacles too, it talks about balance, it talks about union, it talks about grounding energy, it talks about creating, like something materializing on this plane as well. There's, of course, an infinity sign on the Two of Pentacles around the outside of the coins. The Two of Pentacles, what they're saying is the Two of Pentacles is trying to find balance through the changes. That's what that card's representing for you. You've got some struggle. You're needing to find your inner strength, hold your ground. You're learning lessons to help you find balance no matter what is going on around you, and find balance in your own masculine and feminine. Now, it's interesting that the romance angels gave us the card engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. What I feel that card is representing is that, this love that we share with our twin, it's really like no other love. And it's not the same love that you feel with your karmic partner. And that's challenging for you right now to actually perhaps come to terms with that, come to an understanding about that. But you're awakening, your heart is opening, and with that, your idea of relationships is evolving and ascending as well. When we ascend, we can no longer have relationships with people that are still very much in ego. It's very challenging to do that. And that's really in a lot of cases. I won't say all, because some people do have karmic partners that are actually quite awake and quite in their higher consciousness. But for many, their karmic partner is still kind of living from the 3D ego perspective. And that begins to cause a rift. So your idea of relationships and what a relationship entails and how your love is received. Because maybe for some of you in karmic relationships, your love is not appreciated from that person as it might be from your twin, and maybe you're starting to see that is one of the messages I'm getting. You also have the card very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Well, I mean, very soon is relative, of course. There's going to be change in that relationship very soon. So that's what the card is saying. There's change coming. And it has to do with the ascending. Your ascension. And what that means for your relationships. Now the two cards on the end are saying omen and psychic development. So Divine Masculine, you're obviously getting signs about this relationship and signs about your twin. So the Omen card is about seeing the signs. Coupled with the Psychic Development card tells us that you're becoming more tuned into the sign because as you've been embracing your inner feminine, has that little piece of your divine feminine twin inside of you has been growing and expanding, you're getting more in touch with your psychic abilities and your intuition. And those signs are becoming more and more clear to you. Even I'm getting like number signs. You know, a lot of you are starting to see number signs. And other signs as well, names and things like that, and dreams. Definitely dreams are coming through for some of you. But with your perceptions expanding as they have been, your psychic abilities and your intuition, listening to your higher self is coming in. Like you're hearing the guidance, and you're hearing the guidance very clearly. Whether or not you're acting on it is another thing. And that could be where the strength in the Seven of Wands is coming in. Because you may need to develop your strength to follow that inner guidance. You may feel like the inner guidance coming in is very challenging to you. Some of you that are still like more in ego or more in fear. Another thing I'm getting through the Psychic Development card is that Divine Masculine, you're becoming more sensitive. You're becoming more sensitive to the energy. Your energy field is opening more and you're picking up on things energetically more. One of those things is dealing with people. And people that come at you with negative energy or lower vibrational energy doesn't even have to be something lower directed at you. But you're starting to take notice of when people are very critical of things, very negative about things, and you're shifting with this, and that doesn't resonate with you anymore. In fact, when people start getting into that, you find it quite annoying. And so for some of you, that's going to relate to your karmic partner. Might be kind of just negative in general. That is kind of pushing you away. And like the Divine Feminine here had truth, I feel like the Psychic Development card is also saying that you're seeing truth. So what do the next couple weeks have to bring for twin flames? Ace of Wands and true love. Wow. New beginnings, new levels of manifestation, new levels of creativity. I do connect the Ace of Wands with love, with passion, with sexual feelings. But what keeps standing out to me about this card over and over is I'm hearing inspiration, inspiration. And it's that love. Going back to that Six of Cups, that heart to heart, that true love. That is our inspiration, and that is our driving force. And so over the next couple weeks, guys, what you're going to be feeling is more and more in your heart, more and more love energy. And that is just inspiring you. It's inspiring you in so many ways. It's inspiring you to change. It's inspiring you to grow. It's inspiring you to start mission or to deepen your mission. It's inspiring you to share with others. That true love is really inspiring you to just let go of the past and allow this new beginning. It's inspiring us all to let go of any resistance that we have. Just let this come. And the Ace of Wands, as I'm looking at it, it's like a download or a lightning bolt or an earthquake. And I know that's kind of associated with the Ace of Swords. But that's what I'm getting. It's almost like a shot of energy right in the heart is how I'm feeling these two cards here together. The love is the driving force here. Remember that. And the simplicity of just loving. Okay. And I'm getting the message through that forgiveness is going to be a key component to this energy. Has our hearts open more into this new levels of love. It's going to help us forgive each other. And like expanding that out, I'm seeing like, yes, forgiving your twin, but I'm seeing that forgiveness extending to your twin and then beyond into humanity, which means that we're going to be developing new levels of compassion for everyone, new levels of oneness. I mean, if you can't forgive your twin flame who has this, I mean, as we spoke about in the beginning, the love for your twin is so strong, so overwhelming, so indestructible. If you can't forgive your twin, like, it's going to be hard to forgive other people. But that's not going to happen, of course, because we are in the process of forgiving, letting go, and surrendering. I'm sure many of you are in levels of surrender that you never thought that you would be at. And that is a blessing. You know, when we get frustrated, we have to remember that things have changed. You know, sometimes people get triggered and they put comments about how, you know, this is never ending. This isn't real. That is not true. And if you look back over your life, I guarantee that you have made some incredible shifts and changes that you can be thankful for. And that really have come through as blessings from the universe. And those are the things that we have to remind ourselves of when the times get really hard and we get really down. And over the next few months, guys, things are likely to get more challenging because we have Pluto and then Saturn coming up on the South Node, and those are not easy energies. Those are big, big releases. The Sun is now moved into Capricorn as well. So there's a lot of healing going on around authority figures and what our life purpose is. What do we really want to do with our life? What are we here to share with other people? How can we spread this love with other people? Again, I'm seeing that expansion. It starts with your twin flame, the love that you have for them, but your heart, full of love, expands out towards everyone. And ultimately, when we get down again to that simplicity, that is our purpose here. That is what we're meant to share, love. Love and inspiration to others. And what is happening a little further out with twins over the next several months? Again, wow. Traditions and reconciliation. The tradition card here, sacred marriage is what I'm hearing. Sacred marriage. A balance in our energy, a commitment to our unions. And again, it comes back to the love. Through our love and commitment to each other, we are becoming teachers. We are becoming leaders. This is the Hierophant card. The love is expanding. This is our mission. I hate to sound like a broken record. And then reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So you have to trust and have faith. Like I always say, this is not a never-ending loop. This is not false information. Just has to have time to unfold. But it's all coming. Reconciliations will happen. And the more that we let go of our expectations of them, the more joy we're going to get from them. Remember what I was channeling about the present? Right? That reconciliation. Let it be that surprise from the universe. Without expectation. Just let it come, like out of the blue. Wow, it's here. And in order for us to bring forth this future energy, they're saying to us, surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In a quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. That message has been coming through a lot. I think in my last couple videos I've talked about taking the time for inner reflection right now. That really does help us find inner peace. If you don't meditate, try it. And I have posted a video for meditations a couple days ago. And I'm going to be posting some more exercises to help us release the past and get into that vibration of love and forgiveness. Last card. These cards are so great. The Journey of Love card for this full moon is Heart of the Moment. You are entering a time in your life where past and future are colliding. In this present moment, you have a powerful opportunity to decide how you wish to continue in a certain pattern of relating or not. This may mean leaving a relationship or starting a new one. But even if you cannot yet make the decision with peace in your heart, you can still partake of the heart of this moment and decide how you shall choose to be. Will you speak? Will you choose to let go of shame and criticism, of judgment and anxiety, of loss and despair, and just be with your own heart now? Will you choose in this moment to trust yourself, even if that trust says you have to wait a while longer before you can make a long-term decision? This is a time when you can alter your future, stepping into a relationship with another, with the divine, with yourself in a new way. Even the smallest choice for love is the step in a right direction. You have the heart of the divine within you. It's not too hard for you to choose love. Let go of the people who want you to choose jealousy or fear or doubt. Their games are not nearly as fun. Choose love, and who knows? Maybe they'll join your party instead. This oracle brings you a message. You are in a transition zone in your life and relationships. It is one moment that will manifest, has many opportunities, where one choice will open up many pathways to fulfillment for you. We always have the chance to create our future with our present choices, but at this time you are in an especially fertile karmic period, having just come out of a cycle of learning and about to enter into a new cycle. This is the time to be willing to take a chance or risk to be happy within yourself, no matter what is going on around you. Your life is about to take a karmic turn, and you can feel peace in your knowing. Here's the poem. Love provides the opportunity to express the core essence of our very nature. It touches us at a level of feeling beyond the human norm and renders our being incapable of a feeling with greater depth or wonder. Love is the fabric of life. It is the substance that holds it all together and the magic that opens the unknown. It is the quality that speaks to our soul, that opens our heart, that excites our spirit and allows us in its presence to become something greater than ourselves, something more than we are alone. Wow, I don't even know what to say about that other than that card, could not be more perfect to end this reading and to go with what is happening right now, because as myself and has other teachers have spoken about right now, timelines are shifting and grounding. The past and the future are colliding. I kept hearing that song, Fly Like an Eagle. Time keeps on slipping into the future. That's the timelines adjusting, bringing us more opportunity, more openings. Just be in your heart. Just keep taking those small steps into love, to being love, to bringing love, to giving and receiving love. It's also confirmation of all the transitions, all the releasing, all the new openings from those releases. Very, very exciting times. And our guides and our angels and our ancestors want us to know that they are walking this path beside us. They may not get the full effects of everything that they feel, but they're holding our hands and they're rooting for us. And I just want us to have the love and joy and happiness that we deserve. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can visit my website, twinstrology.com. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you to my soul family for all your support over the years. Pretty soon I'm going to be celebrating my 4 years of doing this. And many of you guys have stuck with me through that time. And I would just want you to know how grateful I am for that love and support. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Happy holidays, and I'll be back soon.